Today's video is going to be about Accutane, my experiences with it, how it affected me, how it made me feel, kind of all of like the questions and answers, the basic parts, the basic points of it, just a little rundown on what it is and how it helped me, all that fun stuff. So let me jump into what Accutane is. So Accutane is like this really strong acne medicine in pill form, and basically what it is like a shit ton of vitamin A that is going to dry everything out and just dry up all like the clogged pores, the stuck oils that are in your skin, and all of that fun stuff. Now, I am no dermatologist. I'm not a professional in anything with skin or anything. This is just on research, talking with my dermatologist. There is a lot of side effects to come with this medicine. So this isn't something that people prescribe just for a couple breakouts or a couple whiteheads or a couple blackheads. Like, this is stuff for pretty severe acne. Now, I recently just got off of it and I only needed a 4-month course, but I was previously on Accutane like a couple years ago. I have struggled with acne since I was in like elementary school, believe it or not. I'd get whiteheads and blackheads, and I tried creams. I remember I went to this dermatologist where they'd like pop all my stuff, and like I was really young and I just hated how my skin was. I was always super self-conscious about my skin. You know, like, why am I breaking out so early? Like, why does nobody else have pimples? Like, I started puberty at a very young age, and so, you know, growing up, I would go in and out of dermatologists trying a couple different pill forms. I did topicals, cleansers, everything. Nothing worked for me. I ended up actually being allergic to one of them. A second dose. It was doxycycline. I went on for a while. That didn't work, and then I recently retried it before this round of Accutane and just like was completely allergic to it. So don't know what happened with that. But with all of that being said, the first time I went on Accutane, it was pretty bad. You know, I have always struggled with like the cystic acne, which is super hard to kind of clear. So I went on it a couple years ago, and honestly, I didn't notice much besides like the dry lips or like the dry nose. I got eczema patches on my hands. What else did I notice? That's pretty much it. Just like the first month or two, I would say you don't really get dry. Obviously you want to stay on top of your moisturizers and your chapstick and your sunscreen 100%. But I wasn't really that dried out. And then once like the second or third month hits, your acne is going to start to like spiral out of control. Everything's gonna start to come out. You're gonna start to get super, super dry super quickly. Like, you'll literally wake up one morning and be like, all right, this is hitting me. This is starting to work. So be very patient. You're definitely not gonna notice results right away. It's gonna take you pretty much till the whole entire course to see results. Now, I started seeing results, I want to say, in my end of second to like third month is when I started to see results. Now, I was supposed to be on a 6-month course for like this last course that I was on, but I recently went into the dermatologist and she was like, you know, you hit your peak with your milligrams, you're doing great. She's like, this is your second round, so you should be good since you already did have a first round. We're gonna stick you on 4 months, you're done. Come see us in 30 days again for kind of like the last whatever, and hopefully we won't have to see you again, kind of thing. Rundown with Accutane. Like I mentioned before, it is a very serious medication. This isn't something that you should mess around with. Females especially, it's not the best. Okay. Once a month, every 30 days, you have to go into your dermatologist, and they're going to give you a pregnancy test and lab work to check your liver. This is a super strong medicine on your body overall, but especially like your liver. You do not want to get pregnant on this medicine. They make you watch like this crazy video. Like it's crazy. And every month you also have to go into this website called I Pledge, and you have to take a quiz, and you have to make sure you answer literally every single question right, or you might not be able to get your prescription, or they might ask you I don't know. I've answered the questions right, so I guess I really don't know what happens. So yeah, blood work, pregnancy test, quiz once a month, and then obviously you go in, see your dermatologist. She's like, how are you? You know, da 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 da. So when I went on my first round of Accutane, I did not notice any mood swings. Like everything was good. My liver count was always good. Obviously I wasn't pregnant. Second round comes along and, you know, liver is fine. I wasn't pregnant. Like everything was good. But the mood swings, let's just say I got like aggravated quickly. Now, if you're like messing with me, like I know you're joking, like it's whatever, it's cool. But if you're pushing me to the point where I'm gonna like get mad, I'm gonna get mad. I feel like that's kind of like a lot of people, but since I was on Accutane, I got way more mad maybe than I should have, and kind of quicker. I would just kind of snap on some people, and I like, now looking back, kind of realize it, but at the same time, like sometimes people like to push my buttons, and they know they do. Since that I was very moody, and definitely some of our arguments have been blamed on Accutane. And I can see that, you know, like I definitely can see me like spazzing or maybe starting random arguments that shouldn't have been started. So I know like moodiness is one of them, depression, anxiety, like suicidal thoughts, like all that stuff. But looking at Accutane, like, yeah, they have like this huge list of side effects. All medicines have side effects. And, you know, you could research like a medicine that you're on right now. I'm also on seizure meds. I'm on the Motrigine. That has a lot of side effects. That has a really hard time on your liver as well as Accutane. But people don't look at their other medicine and be like, oh, there's a list of side effects. But they go to Accutane, they're like, oh my gosh, Accutane's so bad. Like the side effects are like, oh my gosh. But you know, you take Advil or ibuprofen, like there's side effects to everything, no matter what. Another side effect that I noticed with both of my rounds is very achy, sore muscles. I can barely tie my shoes some days. Like my back hurts, like my body cracks way more than it used to. My hips crack all the time, my feet, like everything cracks way more than it normally does. And your body is just so sore and it just kind of hurts all the time. I know this doesn't sound very pleasing, and I promise the good parts are coming. Alongside all of those side effects, the plus is your skin literally, once it clears up, you are like, it's like fresh baby skin. You're like, where did my skin go when I was breaking out? What happened to it? Like, look at my skin now. It's glowing. It feels so fresh. Makeup applicating is so much easier. I used to wear, literally, I could not leave the house without wearing foundation when I first started breaking out. I was so embarrassed of people looking at my skin. I was like, I didn't want to leave the house without wearing foundation. And then it looked weird because I wasn't wearing mascara because it was just foundation, and it was so bad. I was so embarrassed to like go in public with it, and it was really embarrassing for me. I love my skin, and that's something that I don't want to have to be embarrassed about. And I know people go through, you know, breakouts and pimples and all that stuff, but at the end of the day, like if you don't feel comfortable with something in your body, like you can't really help it. So I tried getting over that, and then I was like, you know what, let's just go on Accutane one more time. Some people do have to go on 2 doses and they're done. So hopefully, knock on wood, I don't have to go on another dose round. This should be my last. I'm gonna give you guys a like close-up of my skin right now. I do have some like scarring a little bit along like my cheeks and stuff, but I'm using like a scar cream at night. I started it like a little over a month ago, and it's just like a little scar cream that I put on every night before bed, and it has definitely lightened up my scars. I don't know if I'm gonna need like a scar treatment, like laser or anything. I'm hoping not, but we'll see. I don't think they're that bad. Makeup covers it, but I'm not wearing any foundation, nothing. Another thing is sun. You have to be so careful in sun. Try to stay away from sun as much as possible when you're on Accutane. More so the face, if anything. You know, like wear a big hat or make sure you wear sunscreen, or even if it's cold outside and you're going outside in the cold, make sure you add like SPF to your moisturizers. I know I'm saying that to you guys, but I'm so bad at doing that myself. So I've definitely been trying to use more sunscreen, and I have been doing that lately. We were just in LA and I use sunscreen every day. We were in LA. So I was really on top of that then. I think I covered the basics. Everyone's experience with Accutane is definitely different. So it all just kind of like depends on the person or you or your acne situations. I'm gonna insert like a couple pictures around here. I haven't looked back on pictures. I don't even know if I have pictures just because I was so embarrassed. I know I have 2 pictures for sure. I'm gonna look back on my mom's messages and see, but I'll be inserting pictures around. If you guys have any questions, feel free to message me on my Instagram. I'll be more than happy to chat with you guys and answer any of your questions and give you advice and tips and tricks while on Accutane. So thank you guys so much for watching. That was my Accutane experience. I'm glad I did it. I really don't regret this decision because my skin just is so amazing now and don't have to worry about it. Makeup free. Yeah, I mean, it's kind of a long process, and 6 months is a long time. That's half a year. But at the end of the day, like, your skin is your forever. Like, you carry this with you wherever you go. So definitely worth it. 10 out of 10. Thank you guys so much for watching, and see you next video.